welcome back to the channel. We got the final game of this series between the Cleveland Indians and Seattle Mariners in the post-Apba 1961 season. Leading off for the Indians, playing center field's Lofton. Batting second, playing shortstop is Vesquell. Batting third, playing left field is Bell. Batting fourth, playing first base is Tomei. Batting fifth, playing third base is Ramirez. Batting sixth, playing right field is Carter. Batting seventh, on the catching is Martinez. Batting eighth, playing second base is Knips. Batting ninth, on the pitching is Sam McDowell. And for the hometown Seattle Mariners, leading off playing right field is Suzuki. Batting second, playing left field is Bradley. Batting third, playing shortstop is Rodriguez. Batting fourth, playing third base is Martinez. Batting fifth, playing second base is Boone. Batting sixth, playing center field is Griffey Jr. Batting seventh, playing first base is Sexton. Batting eighth, on the catching is Vale. And on the mound, batting ninth is Wakama. Let's get down here to Seattle and get this game started. And you got Kenny Lofton to lead it off here for the Indians, batting .250 with a homer and 2 RBIs. You can see the team comparisons. The Indians are 1-0, batting .294 with a .368 on base percentage, slugging .647 and a 1.015 OPS. Seattle was 0-1, batting a .03 with an on base percentage of .161, a slugging of .448, and an OPS of .610. And on the mound for the Mariners is Hawakama. In 2013, he was 14-6 with a 2.66 ERA. Here's the pitch to Lofton. And that's going to be against the righty 15. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Suzuki makes the catch for out number 1. And Omar Vizquel's up now. And he's batting .400 on the year with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boone. He fires over to first for out number 2. And now you got Albert Bell at the plate. He's batting .333, no homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. Knocking Seattle coming to the plate. Suzuki, Bradley, and Ramirez. Suzuki's batting 0 for 4 on the year, going up against McDowell. And in 1965, McDowell was 17-11. He had 4 saves and had a 2.18 ERA. And here's the pitch to Suzuki. That's going to be against the lefty, 17. And that's going to be a base hit in the center. Base hit in the infield. So Suzuki beats out the infield hit. He's down at first now. And Philip Bradley's up. The runner down at first and nobody out. Bradley's first plate appearance of the year. And in 1986, he batted .310, 12 homers, and 50 RBIs. And that's going to be a Baltimore chop, I believe. Nope. That's going to be a hit by pitch unless he's an HB0. Nope. So McDowell's got himself in a pickle here already. A single and a hit batter. And now Seattle's got first and second and nobody out for Alex Rodriguez. He's batting .250 with a homer and an RBI. And that's what the Indians was looking for. That's a ground ball down to Omar at short. Over to second. Over to first. 6-4-3 double play. And that gets Suzuki down at third, but now there's 2 outs for Edward Martinez. So they got the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Martinez is 0 for 2 on the year. Here's the pitch to Edgar. And that's going to be against the lefty. Be a 12. And that is going to be a 2-out single in the center field. And Edgar Martinez comes through and puts the Mariners on the board 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. That brings up Brett Boone now. 2 outs, runner down at first in a 1-0 ball game. Boone's 0 for 1 so far this year. He came in as a pinch hitter in game number 1. Here's the pitch to Boone. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lofton. But the RBI single by Martinez makes it 1-0 Seattle. As we go to the top of the second, got Tomey, Ramirez, and Carter due up here. And Jim's batting 200 on the year with a homer and 2 RBIs. That's going to be a base on balls. So the go-ahead run comes to the plate. And Jose Ramirez. And Jose is batting .333 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out for out number 1. It's Walkamall's first strikeout of the game. And up to the plate now is Joe Carter batting .250. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts. So the lead off hit by Tomey. And now you got 2 outs and Victor Martinez up, batting .250, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Now to win the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 Seattle. And now you got Griffey, Sexton, and Vail due up here. Griffey's batting .250 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Junior out. 1 down here. And Richie Sexton comes to the plate. His first plate appearance of the year in 2005. He batted .263 with 39 homers and 121 RBIs. And that's a double in the right field. So 1 out double. Runner in scoring position already up 1-0. And Dave Vail come through here and drive in a run. Vail's first plate appearance of the year. And in 1993, he batted .258, 13 homers, 63 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strikeout there by McDowell. His second of the game. Brings up Walkamall. And in 2013, he was 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a 36. That's going to be a wild pitch. Going to get the runner down the third. So the runner will get down the third now with 2 outs. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Walkamall. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. So the runner gets stranded at third. Go to the top of the third and still a 1-0 ball game here. You got Knips, McDowell, and back to Lofton as Ken Castro and Dave Little joins us here. Check out Dave Little's channel, folks. He does Heartland Wrestling over there. Check it out. And here we go. Jason is batting .500 on the year, folks. No homers and no RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 1. See Seattle's upcoming schedule. They stay home here, and Boston comes to town for a 3-game series. And after that, the Yankees come to town. Now you got McDowell up. And in 1965, he batted .126, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts. And that's 5 strikeouts now for Walkamall. Kenny Lofton comes up. He started this game with a fly out to right back in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball this time. His counterpart, Griffey Jr. in center. 1, 2, 3 goes the Tribe. To the bottom of the inning we go. With the top of the order due up here. Suzuki, Bradley, and Rodriguez. Suzuki singled and came around to score the only run of the ball game so far back in the first. And that's going to be a base on balls. Walking the leadoff batter. Brings up Bradley now. And Bradley got hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. That'll be the 4th strikeout for McDowell. 1 down here. And Rodriguez comes up. He grounded into that 6-4-3 double play back in the first. Here's the pitch to Alex. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2 again? That'll be the question. 33 and a 7. It'll be fielding column 2. And they'll get the runner out at second, but unable to turn 2 as Rodriguez beats the throw. So that'll be a 4-6 put out. And here comes Martinez, who had the RBI single back in the first. Can he do it again? So you got Rodriguez down at first with 2 outs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lofton. That'll end the inning. The Mariners strand 1 to the 4th we go. You got Omar, Bell, and Tomey, 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. Can they get on the board here? Omar grounded out to his second baseman his last time up. And that's going to be against the 16. That's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down here. Now you got Albert Bell up. And Bell flew out to right field his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to Griffey in center and another out. Might want to pick on somebody else out there. Jim Tomey's up. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be against the 9. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And that'll be a 1-out single. So Tomey's aboard here, and Jose Ramirez steps up. And he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And that's going to be 16. And that's going to be popped up down the third. Edgar out in left field makes the catch. And the Tribe strand 1. Still a 1-0 ball game as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You got Boone, Griffey, and Sexton due up here. Brett 0 for 1 flew out the center's first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Brett trots on down to first. See the Indians schedule coming up. They stay on the road. They go down the coast to play the A's. Then after a 3-game Angels, and then after a 3 games with the Angels, they're heading to Oakland. Griffey struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty at 24. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they'll get the batter out. Let's see here. Sorry, that'll be a ground ball down the third. Can they turn the double play here? 63 and a 5. That's fielding column 3. And they'll get the batter out at first. 5-3 put out. Now we'll get the runner in the scoring position here with 1 out for Sexton. And Richie doubled back in the second. Now he's got a runner in scoring position at 1 out. And that's going to be another ground ball down the third. 54 and a 5. And he'll look the runner back to second, fire over to first. So now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at second. And Dave Vale's up. And Vale struck out his first time up against McDowell. And that's going to be a 38. And that's going to be a rare play, a 32 and a 38. That'll be a 28. And the team defense here, let's see what it is. Team defense, 2, 9, 16, 17, 29, 31, 38. That'll be fielding column 2. It's going to be a fly out the left field. That'll end the inning. So the Mariners strand 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Seattle hanging on to that 1-0 lead here. You got Carter, Martinez, and Knips due up. And Joe's 0 for 1. And he struck out back in the second. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Phillip makes the catch for out number 1. See if Victor can get some 1-out magic started here. He struck out his first time up. That's going to be a base on balls. Victor goes down to first with 1 out. Jason's up now. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty, 8. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And Victor, with his speed, definitely going to stop at second. Now we got first and second. 1 down and McDowell up. And he'll be giving the bunt sign here, trying to advance the runners to second and third. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be 2 misses there. So an 0-2 count. They keep the bunt sign on the 0-2 pitch. And a 35 on a bunt. Popped up the bunt. The catcher, Vale, makes a nice play. And the runners are half their hold. So now there's 2 down. Runners still at first and second. And Lofton's up. Kenny's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and center. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Walkemall's up with it, picks it up, tosses it over to Sexton at first, and that ends the inning. Indians strand 2. To the bottom of the 5th we go. The bottom part of the order due up. Walkemall and then back to Suzuki and Bradley. Walkemall struck out his first time up in the second. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Omar makes the catch in the infield for out number 1 near the mound. And Suzuki's up now. He is singled back in the first, came around to score the only run of the game and walked in the third. And that's going to be another base on balls for him. So he's having a nice game, been on base all 3 times. And Philip Bradley's up now. And he's 0 for 1. He's yet to put the ball in play. He's been hit by a pitch and struck out. And that's going to be another hit by pitch. Bradley's not happy at all. Victor gets in between them, and the dugout's cooler head for Vale. Now it's first and second, and only 1 out here. Tribe looking for the pitcher's best friend, a double play ball here. Alex hit into 1 back in the first, a 6-4-3 double play, and then he grounded into a fielder's choice in the third. And they flirted with danger, and it's a high fly. Let's see how far this ball is going to travel, folks. And kiss it goodbye, Jose. Can you see by the dawn's early light that ball is out of here? Rodriguez hits out into the upper decks, folks, so no doubt about it. And he gives the Seattle Mariners a 4-0 lead. He made them pay for that. Now you got nobody on and one out, and Martinez at the plate. Eggers 1-for-2. He had the RBI single in the first to give him a 1-0 lead. Here's the pitch to Martinez, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. So McDowell settles down after the homer. 2 down now for Brett Boone. Boone's 0-for-1. He's flown out the center and walked. And that's going to be against the lefty, a base hit in the left field. Boone's aboard here with 2 outs. And that brings up Ken Griffey Jr. now. And Jr. is 0-for-2. He is struck out and grounded out. And we drop one of the dice. Now it's an official game. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Omar. He goes the short way over to second. But the 3-run homer by Rodriguez makes it a 4-0 ball game. We go to the top of the 6th. 2, 3, 4 hitters are up. Omar, Albert, and Tomey. Omar is 0-for-2. He's grounded out and flown out. And we drop the dice again. I hadn't dropped the dice all game, and now back to back. Back to back, Jack. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Rodriguez is up with it. Throws out his counterpart for out number 1. And that brings up Bell now. And Albert is 0-for-2. He has flown out twice to center and to right. And I'll be damned if I didn't drop it again 3 times in a row. Damn. That's the whole damn thing now. I dropped the dice and bust the camera up. Doing a little bit of everything here. A little bit of everything. Surely. Let's see here. Yeah, he's their second best starter. Ken, like I say, they're going to struggle with their pitching staff. Their bullpen's pretty darn good. But their starting staff ain't much. Yeah, he's their second best pitcher. They're going to have to score runs early and get to the bullpen. Like I say, they're in pretty good shape this game. Let's see here, a 62. That's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And Vale's going to bobble that one, a Baltimore chop. He can't handle it. And Bell's going to be on with an error at E2 here. So you got an error on the catcher. Now you got Jim Tomey. Indians need a few more base runners, down by 4. Tomey is singled and he's walked. As G-Puck shows up here. How's it going, G-Puck? And Tomey with the pitch. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Can Jim launch this one, folks? And he does. That ball is high. That ball is far. Tomey cuts this lead in half just like that. It's 4-2 now, Seattle. Game now is up the 2-run homer. That will get the bullpen up and stirring. Like I say, they got a good bullpen to go to. And you got Jose up now. Ramirez is 0-for-2. He struck out and popped up. And that's going to be back-to-back jacks. And just like that, it's a one-run ball game, folks. As a walk-em-all cruising through 5 and a third gives up back-to-back runs. It's a one-run ball game. And Joe Carter's up. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Martinez. He fires over to first for out number 2. Now Victor Martinez is up. He's 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that'll end the inning. But the 2 homers, the 2-run shot and the solo shot, Tomei and Ramirez makes it a 1-run game as we go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-3 ball game. You got Sexton, Vail, and you'll definitely have a pitch hitter here for a walk-em-all. Sexton's 1 for 2. He's doubled and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Bell and left for out number 1. And Vail, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out the left. And that's going to be a base on balls. McDowell walks Vail. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for walk-em-all. And we'll be going to the bullpen with a 1-run lead going into the 7th. See who's going to come off the bench here. Most of the righties are in the ball game. And they're going to bring out the big boy. Jay Buhner's coming off the bench here, folks. Try to give him a little insurance runs here. Jay Buhner bust the game back open here. It's a 1-run game. This will be Jay's first plate appearance of the year. And then 1996, he batted .271, 44 homers, and 131 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jay. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 34 and a 1. It's probably fielding column 3 rather. 34. Yep, that'll be fielding column 3. And that'll get the runner down the second. Ground ball back to the mound. He throws over to first. Jay's out of there. Now there's 2 down and a runner in scoring position. We go to the back of the top of the order, and Suzuki. Runner down at second, 2 outs. And Suzuki's a perfect 1 for 1 today. He singled in the first, came around to score, walked in the 3rd and 5th, and came around to score in the 5th. And that's going to be against the lefty. That'll be a 16. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Vail, with his speed, probably going to have to hold up even with 2 outs, folks. Doesn't have much speed. Well, no speed at all to talk about, let's be honest. 3. That'll be a 51. Bell out there with a good arm. Yeah, he's going to have to hold up. Vail is at third, so that's going to be a single. And the left field, they hold Vail up. And Philip Bradley's up now. And Philip's 0 for 1 today. He's been hit by a pitch twice, then struck out. Can McDowell finally get him out of here? And he makes him pay for hitting him, folks. He squares this one up. Maybe there's a reason why he was pitching him inside. That ball is blasted in the left field. That's going to score probably 2 with his Suzuki speed out there at first. So first and third. And that's going to be a double in the center field. And like I say, Suzuki should score easily from first with his speed. And with Lofton's arm, he doesn't have much. So that's going to be a 2 RBI double. And now it's going to be a 6-3 ball game as Bradley, first time putting the ball in play, delivers here, folks. And now it's a 3-run ball game. The runner still down at second and 2 outs. And McDowell trying to get out of this inning. He's due up second in the top of the 7th. Jose's already took him deep on a 3-run homer back in the 5th. And that's going to be a wild pitch. The runner's going to get the third. And all of a sudden, the wheels are falling off the card here, folks. So now runner down at third, 2 outs, and a 1-0 pitch to Alex. And that's going to be a deep fly ball. Lofton chases it down. That'll end the inning, but 2 big runs score. Makes it 6-3 as we go to the top of the 7th. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the Mariners. And you got the lefties coming up. So this is when Arthur Rhodes is definitely coming out of the pen. He'll pitch to the lefties here. Like I say, the Mariners don't have a very good starting pitchers, but they got one hell of a bullpen. So Arthur Rhodes is going to come out here and pitch the 7th, pitch to these lefties. He'll have Knips, a pitch hitter for McDowell, and then back to the top of the order in Lofton. Jason's 1 for 2. He's singled back in the 5th. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate, I believe. Yep. And this time, Vail makes a nice play. He bobbled the last one, but he's up and throwing. Throws that down the first and gets Jason for out number 1. That'll be it for McDowell. See who's going to come off the bench here. Against the lefty. And it looks like Lador's going to come out. Francisco's coming off the bench. They need some base runners. They're down by 3. Where's old Francisco? There he is. Francisco comes off the bench. I think this is his first plate appearance of the year. And in 2018, he batted .277, 38 homers, and 92 RBIs. Can Lador get on here with 1 out? And he sure can. He squares this one up, folks, against Arthur Rhodes. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So Francisco Lador with a leadoff double, well, 1-out double. He's standing down at second now, and Kenny Lofton's up. They still need one more base runner to get the tying run to the plate. And Lofton's 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And nope, that's going to be a line drive down the short. Francisco gets back, though. So now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Omar here to keep this inning alive. He's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. And Dave says he just finished a status replay with the 2000 Reds and Rangers. Now he's back to playing hoops. Here's the pitch to Omar. And that's going to be a infield. That's going to be a foul ball. Let's get the infield here for him. Let's see. He got a 3, 12, 16, 24, 26, 26, 35. If I remember right, that might be fielding column 1 of 35. 35 on the infield. Yep, that's fielding column 1 on the infield. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory down the third baseline near the dugout. Rodriguez goes over, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Tribe leave 1. We go to the 7th inning stretch at 6-3. Seattle. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. And it looks like Kern's going to come out of the bullpen for the Indians. Trying to keep us a 3-run game. This will be the first time the Tribes used the bullpen, as Tiant went the distance in game number 1. Jim Kern comes out. What year is this for Kern? And in 1976. Kern was 10-7 with 15 saves and a 2.36 ERA. He'll be facing Martinez, Boone, and Griffey. And here's the pitch to Edgar. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short over to Tomey for out number 1. And Mr. Boone's up. He's 1 for 2. He has flown out, walked, and singled back in the 5th and came around the score. And he gets a hold of this. See where this ball is going to end up against the righty. That'll be a 23. And he just missed a homer. Boone doubles over in the left field. Didn't quite get a hold of it. He thought he did. That's going to be a double. Boone down at second for Griffey Jr. And now runner down at second and Junior's up. He's 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and grounded into a force play. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Let's see if the runner gets down the third. Nope, that actually is going to be a pop-up down the third. Ramirez makes the catch for out number 2. And Richie Sexton's up now. And Richie's 1 for 3. He doubled back in the second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Kern strikes him out. The double stays down at second. We go to the top of the 8th in a 6-3 ball game. Got the big boys due up here against Rhodes. That might be it for him. Got the, let's see what Ramirez does. Really doesn't matter. So I think they're going to take Rhodes out of the game here. See who they're going to bring in, Soriano or JJ. Soriano is going to come in here, try to get him through the 8th. And then JJ will come in and try to pitch the 9th. Do they want to do a double switch? No, I don't think so. So Rhodes comes out of the game. He got him through that 7th inning with the lefties. Now you got Bell and Tomey coming up, and the switch hitter and Ramirez. So Soriano comes out of the bullpen. Raphael be his first appearance of the year. And in 2003, he was 3-0 with 1 save and a 1.53 ERA. Like I say, he's got the big boys here in the 8th. He's got Bell, Tomey, and Ramirez. Bell's 0 for 3. He has flown out twice, reached on an error, and came around the score in the 6th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Albert out. And now you got Jim Tomey, who hit the 2-run homer back in the 6th to cut this lead down 4-2. He's 2 for 2. He singled back in the 4th and has walked. Tomey's having a nice game, but that's going to be lifted in the left field. Phillip makes the catch. We're out number 2. Jose Ramirez comes to the plate, and he homered back in the 6th inning. Cut it to a 1-run game, and that's going to be against a righty. That'll be a 24, and that's going to be an infield hit. Ramirez gets aboard here with 2 outs. Kind of chopped that one down. Ball looked like it was going to be hammered, but he kind of got on top of that one. And that'll bring up Joe Carter. Carter is struck out, flown out, and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty. 24. 24 and a 9. Yep. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Carter out. And that'll do it for the 8th for the Indians. They strand 1. Still trail by 3. We'll have Vail, a pitch hitter for Raphael. And then back to the top of the order. Dave's 0 for 2. He is struck out, flown out, and walked, and came around to score in the 6th. That's going to be a ground ball down to Omar at short. Over to Jim for out number 1. Let's see who's going to come out here, the dugout, and pitch hit here for Raphael. Against the righty. And I think Kyle Seeger's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. And Kyle's 0 for 1 on the year. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Bell in left field. That'll make 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. Kern trying to keep this a 3-run game. We're back to the top of the order, and Suzuki. He's having a great game. He's 2 for 2. He's walked twice, came around the score 3 times. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. They strike him out. And we go to the top of the 9th in a 6-3 ball game. And JJ's coming out of the bullpen trying to wrap this game up for the Mariners. And what year is this for JJ? 2007. He was 6-1 with 40 saves and a 1.38 ERA. He's got the bottom 30 order due up here. Martinez, Knips, and a pitch hitter. And Victor's 0 for 2. He's struck out, walked, and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Martinez out for out number 1. And now Jason steps in. 1 for 3 today. He's off to a great start in the year. He's batting .429. He has single back in the 5th. Can he get aboard here in the 9th? That is going to be a base hit in the right field. He's aboard here with a 1-out single. Now let's see who's going to come off the bench here for Kearns. Still need one more base runner to bring the tying run up. So let's see what we got here. Carlos, I think, is going to come off the bench. He's got a little bit of pop. Plus, like I say, good on base percentage. So Carlos is going to come off the bench. Where is he at here? There he is. And in 1993, he batted .321 with 21 homers and 114 RBIs. Can he get on base, bring the tying run up to the plate, folks? And he does more than that. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. He has made just a one-run ball game, folks. Carlos with his first homer of the season cuts into this 6-3 lead, makes it 6-5. Just like that. Like I said, that's a pop. He came through, folks. Now the tying run goes to the plate. And Kenny Lofton, if he gets on base, he can almost turn that single into a double. I mean, a walk even into a double. Lofton's 0 for 4. He has flown out twice, grounded out, and hit into a line drive. It's short his last time up. Can Lofton get aboard here? And that's going to be a swing and a miss. JJ comes right back after giving up the homer. Strikes Lofton out. They're down to their last out here. And Omar is 0 for 4. He is grounded out twice, popped up, and flown out. Here's the pitch to Omar. And that's going to be against the righty, 25. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Martinez takes his time, fires over to first, and that's your ball game, folks. Tried to come back, made an interesting 6-5 ball game. Take a look here at the box score. Close ball game. Seattle comes out of this with a split. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, thanks again, buddy. Appreciate it. This set's a damn good set. Like I say, both of these bats. If anybody's got Apba and doesn't have these bat sets, you got to get them. Oh, you're welcome, Dave. Thank you, buddy. Indians 5 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Mariners 6 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. Tomey 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a homer. Ramirez was 2 for 4. He had a homer. Carlos coming off the bench with that 2-run homer in the ninth to make it a 1-run ball game. The Indians didn't have many opportunities. They're 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. You only left 6 men on base. So when the opportunities presented themselves, they took advantage of it. But give the Mariners pitching some credit. They kept them off the bases. And look at that, Suzuki, a nice 2 for 3 ball game. Scored 3 times, walked twice. You had Brett Boone, he was 2 for 3. They were 4 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Alex Rodriguez with that big 3-run homer. And they left 7 men on base. McDowell goes to 0-1, 6 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, walked 4, struck out 5, and gave up the homer. Kern came in and did his job, folks. Kept it a game. 2 innings, 1 hit, struck out 2. And Walkmall gets his first win of the year. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up 2 homers. Off the Rhodes and Soriano comes in. Both of them pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit. Soriano had 2 strikeouts. And JJ, he got the save, but it wasn't pretty. 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 2, and gave up the homer. Oh, 23 fills up next in the bats game. Cool. Let's take a look here at the leaderboard. Ain't a lot to look at in the standings, but we'll look at it. Baltimore is a half a game up on Boston, 2-1 and 1-1. Indians are now 1-1. Kansas City is 1-2, a half a game back. Oakland and Seattle now are both 1-1, tied for the lead in the West. And now you got Jason Knips with that 500 batting average leading the American League. And you got 4 players now with 2 homers. And Alex Rodriguez and Jim Thome tied with 4 RBIs on the year. course, the pitching is going to be a no ERA leading it, and 1 win apiece, and 1 save apiece. And Jim Thome now with the MVP lead, and Jim Palmer's leading in the Cy Young. Let's see what the next game on the channel will be. It'll be in a National League game. Let's see who we're going to put on the channel next. In the National League, the senior circuit. Let's see here. Looks like it's going to be the Cubbies going up against the team's never been on the channel, the Florida Marlins. Be the next game, it looks like. See how many game series that is with the Cubbies and the Marlins. I don't see them playing here on the first. Oh, there they are. They're playing at least a 2-game series. 3-game series. I doubt if it's a 4-game series. Nope, a 3-game series. Now let's look and see what the pitching matchup will be like for the opening game in Florida. Look at the Cubbies first. Let's see here. Who's the Cubbies starting pitcher? Arrieta is going to be starting for the Cubbies. Let's see who's going to be starting for the Florida Marlins. And Mr. Willis, Dontrell Willis, will be starting for the Big Train. Willis will be starting for the Marlins. Denise. Sorry about that. Had a phone call, guys. So that'll be the next matchup here on the channel. Again, getting a team on here that's never been on here, the Marlins. That's the great part about doing this. It gives me some modern day baseball mixed in with some of the guys from the past. You still got the Mickey Mantles. And like I say, you get the modern baseball using the old rules out. No ghost runner, no damn 3 bats for the pitcher, and no stinking DH, right, Ken? No stinking DH. So like I say, it will be Cubbies and Marlins. I want to thank G-Puck, Ken Castro, Dave Little. I don't think I skipped anybody, did I? For showing up here today. Like I say, check out Dave Little's channel, folks. Does a Heartland Wrestling. Until next time, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day. And y'all take care.